The Forgotten Photograph. It was a rainy autumn afternoon in New York City, and Emma Turner was sitting at her cluttered desk in the newsroom of the Times, staring at her computer screen. She was a rising star in the world of investigative journalism, known for uncovering hard-hitting stories. But today she was feeling uninspired. As the rain drizzled against the window, she sighed and ran her fingers through her auburn hair, her thoughts wandering. Just then, a box was dropped onto her desk by her editor, Claire.
Here, Em. Look through these archives. We need something for the human interest column. Maybe you'll find inspiration in one of these forgotten stories.
Emma groaned inwardly but nodded. She picked up the first item in the box, a yellowed envelope with a faded postmark from the 1940s. Curious, she carefully pulled out a black and white photograph. The image was of a young couple standing on a train platform, locked in an intimate embrace, the world around them blurred in motion. There was something hauntingly beautiful about the way they looked at each other, as if they were in their own universe, untouched by the chaos around them. On the back of the photograph, there was a short note in elegant cursive, "Forever yours, L." Emma's curiosity piqued. Who were they? What happened to their love? With her journalist instincts kicking in, she knew this was a story waiting to be uncovered. Chapter 1. The Search Begins. Emma spent the next few days digging through public records, old newspaper articles, and archives. She discovered that the photograph was taken during World War II, but the identities of the couple remained a mystery. The only clue was the initial L. The deeper she dove, the more fascinated she became with uncovering their story. She reached out to historians, scoured genealogy websites, and visited libraries, but nothing seemed to connect her to the mysterious couple. Chapter 2. The Forgotten Letters. Emma's next step was to find out what happened to Leo and Evelyn. She reached out to Leo's surviving relatives, who were initially reluctant to speak, but after some convincing, Leo's granddaughter, Rachel, agreed to meet. Emma was invited into Rachel's cozy home, filled with relics from the past, including a box of Leo's old war letters. Emma sat across from Rachel, the box of letters between them. As they began reading, it became clear that Leo and Evelyn's love was deep, but war had torn them apart. Evelyn had stopped replying to Leo's letters, and eventually communication ceased altogether. Rachel explained that her grandfather had spent years searching for Evelyn after the war, but had never found her. Emma felt a deep sadness wash over her. It seemed like a tragic love story, one that ended without closure, but something didn't feel right. Why had Evelyn suddenly stopped writing? Determined to uncover the truth, Emma pressed on. Chapter 3. The Lost Diary. Emma's next lead took her to Evelyn's last known address, a small, dusty apartment in a now gentrified neighborhood. The current owners allowed her to look through a few belongings left behind in the attic. As Emma sifted through old furniture and boxes, she stumbled upon a leather-bound diary. The fragile pages revealed the truth Evelyn had never been able to share. She had been forced into an arranged marriage after the war by her family, and though she loved Leo, she believed he deserved someone free to love him back. Emma's heart ached as she read Evelyn's final entry, written decades after the war. In it, she confessed that Leo had always been her one true love, and that she had held on to the hope that they would meet again one day. Emma knew she had to share this story with the world, to give their love the ending it deserved. Chapter 4. Reuniting the Past. Emma published the story in the Times, and it became an instant sensation. People from all over the world were captivated by Leo and Evelyn's love story, but the most unexpected response came from an elderly man living in a small town in Massachusetts. He claimed to be Leo. Emma couldn't believe it. She quickly arranged a meeting, and when she saw him, she knew it was true. Leo had never stopped loving Evelyn, but he had never known what had happened to her. With tears in his eyes, he thanked Emma for giving him the closure he had waited for all his life. Leo passed away a few months later, but not before Emma had a chance to deliver Evelyn's diary to him. It was a bittersweet ending to a love story that had been lost to time, but thanks to Emma, it was finally remembered.